I'm Suzy Vance, and I'm here with Mike Moreth. He is from Simko Signs. Signs.
Yeah.
Telling people who you are, right?
Yeah.
That's what signs are for.
Pretty much.
So how did you get into signs? And what do you do when we say you're a guy who's into signs?
Yeah, I mean, I got into, or I guess what we do as signs is everything from, banners to yard signs to vehicle wraps to people's permanent locations and stuff. So it's making sure people know where you are. But how I got into it was, I always was kind of into doing stuff with my hands, I actually was wanting to be a ceramics teacher originally and stuff.
Look at that.
I went into graphic design because I wanted to do something creative. So I'm a graphic designer. Didn't really know I was going to be doing signs. Went to Purdue, graduated, whatever. And I got a job at a place in Hammond. So I did work for somebody for a little bit, but then we started our own enveloper.
Who's we?
Me and my brother.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Simko.
yeah. So it was supposed to be me, my brother, and my cousin, but my cousin moved away right away because he got a job instead of, trying to build up a business and work for free, which is what we kind of had to do
For a while.
For 3 years or so, and then we finally,
Got some traction.
then we started getting employees and all that fun stuff. So it took a while, but he took the option of just, getting a job and not having to worry about stuff. So
Except for maybe who his boss was.
yeah. So it's really just me and my brother. So there's really never been a Simco at Simko Signs.
I got it. Okay.
So my mom.
Where did the name come
So
from?
my cousin, who was going to be part of it, was a Simco.
Oh,
So
there you go.
and my mother and my mom's maiden name is Simco and stuff. So we've had other cousins work for us that have different last names, but never a Simco. So it's but it just kind of flowed like Simco Signs. We wanted a name with our signs instead of something like Speedy Signs or something. Just a name. Actually, I thought we were from Crown Point, so I was like, oh, Crown Point Signs, but that would have been weird because now we're in Valpo. So that would have been just different.
Yeah. So tell me.
Yeah.
What do you do when we talk to you and you say to us, I sell signs, I make signs. What do you do with signs?
Yeah, I mean, really anything. I mean, we do street signs, we do subdivision signs, we do
Political signs.
A lot
signs.
of golf outings, events. So come winter, we kind of slow down. As long as if it's snowing, then we might be slow. But if it's not snowing, then we can still do. We'll do a lot of stuff in the winter. But most of our stuff is when events are going on, which are spring through fall. You'll have some winter events, but they're not having outdoor events with big banners and yard sign, stuff like that. So they'll do indoor events. Like I don't know if I met you through the Chamber of Commerce in Michigan City, but there's a chamber, or I'm in the Valpo Chamber, and Valpo Portage and Duneland have an event in October 17th. That's like an indoor event, so we could do stuff for that kind of stuff, like indoor trade show type things. Really anything larger that you want your name on it. So like I don't do business cards, I don't do flyers. The smallest thing we kind of do are maybe stickers, because it's the same thing you'd stick on a window or a car. And then we do some promo items, but more like lasered fancy promo items. So like gifts for like Christmas or corporate presents and stuff, but not like, I don't do stress balls or pens and stuff like that, if that makes sense.
You've chosen your areas.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean, but other than that, I mean, I try to, if you ever want to check out the place, but we do most things in our own building, so I try to build everything there. It kind of gives us a good feeling where, we made this, we built it with our hands, and we see it up,
Right.
That's kind of why I why I like signs more than I guess the other graphic fields, you know, because oftentimes I'll be like, hey, we did that, and then my wife and we'll be like, you told me like 10 times, you know. So,
Do you design them?
I'm a designer, but so me and then there's I have two ladies that work there also, and they're designers. So like it's I do some, but they do a lot too.
And you collaborate.
Yeah, and we all have different styles. Like, you know, so we'll play off of each other. So sometimes, you know, one of the girls will design something and I'll make a change, or vice versa. I'll design something and they'll be like, hey, you know, you should do this, and just by working together, we can come up with a better design, I guess.
And you designed your T-shirt, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, this was it's kind of a take on Ron John the Surf Shop. So this is like we make fun shirts, or we don't make the shirts, but we design fun shirts, and then a buddy of ours, Rusthead Design in Valparaiso, prints them, and we pass them out for free to people. So like we're gonna have some either later this week or early next week, and once we post it online, I mean, within a week they're gone. So we'll say, hey, and we make about, I think we're making like 130 shirts or something, and then in another shirt later in or early November we'll have another shirt. So normally we do about 4 shirts a year, 5 shirts a year, but we always make them fun designs that people like to want to wear. And
so what's the November sign gonna look like?
The November shirt. So normally we do a Rocktober themed event. So it's gonna be like a music designed shirt, because we have a private event where we have a musician coming and playing in our shop. So we make a shirt for that, and then but we'll make enough shirts where we pass them out to buddies and stuff like that too. But and so normally in October that happens, but we switched it to November because our October month was kind of busy this year. Because you know, it's just a lot of things go on in October and September, really, like
right up to November.
Yeah. And then November you got Thanksgiving, so we had to kind of squeeze it all in between all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you ever think about doing ceramics?
All the time. I mean, when I eventually I want to get I want to have a pole barn behind my house for fun stuff like that. Because you know, I'll have a kiln and a wheel and all that.
Do you need a pink permission slip?
A what?
A pink permission slip?
Maybe. Well, where I am right now, I can't build a pole barn. I'm in a subdivision, but I want to move and then have some land where I can have that kind of stuff. Because I also do like blacksmithing and fun stuff like that.
Look at that.
Just for fun. So I always just like you. I mean, doing fun, creating things is what I do. So that's I mean, it's just more fun than I wouldn't be able to
sit behind a desk.
Yeah, I still kind of sit behind a desk, but I do like to. But it's kind of different because I still get to go around the shop and you know, make sure things happen.
Right. There you go. That's good. I'm glad that happens.
But because I do a lot of the estimating and still designing, but I do prefer actually if I got to just build stuff, I would prefer to do that. But somebody's got to run. But somebody's got to run it.
Somebody's got to run it, and I gather your brother doesn't want to run it.
So my brother works at he's a store manager at Walgreens. So he runs the Calumet Walgreens. So he's kind of back end Simco now. At the beginning, you know, he did a lot of stuff, but he's mainly Walgreens now.
You're it at Simco.
Yeah, I mean,
except a couple other women who help you, and that's really good.
Yeah, we have there's like 14 of us, but so there's some people in the back that build stuff, but then there's 3 of us that are designers, and then the rest are kind of installers because we'll go out and we'll hang signs. We'll go out and like today they put up some parking for such and such only type signs, you know, for a school. So we do a lot of that kind of stuff, but so that's what the people in the back do, and then they build, and then they make what we design come to life, I guess. Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds great. So at least you're having a little fun, and at least you're moving around and not sitting down all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're building your dreams so that eventually you can do some ceramics.
Yeah, that's the intention.
I love it. Saving your pennies for the land,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, pretty much.
That's good.
Waiting for something good to pop up. Right now, it's it's weirder finding places,
Places, land, you mean?
Yeah, or with a house even. Because I don't need to move, but it's just gotta be the perfect place,
Perfect. I know. I know. Be even more perfect if it had a pole barn on it.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah, and make things a little easy.
That would be good. That'd be good. So if people want you to make their signs in Northwest Indiana, where do they find you?
Yeah, we're it's 656 Washington Street, but we're right by
This is in Valparaiso.
Yeah, in Valpo. So there's that concrete tunnel in Valpo, I think it's a viaduct or whatever they call it, where the train goes over it. But that's the main road into Valpo. We're right there by our neighbors are Salon Diva, so we do. We're in Valpo, but we'll make signs in a lot of different towns. We have to be licensed and bonded in every town we do work in.
Oh, that's interesting.
So, but we're in probably, I'm permitted in
Northwest Indiana.
Probably 14 different towns in Northwest, and I got to renew it every year and all that fun stuff.
See, that's why you're keeping track of all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
they could either come in, we're there,
and what's the address?
From 656 Washington Street.
Okay.
And somebody is there from 8 to 4 Monday through Friday. So if they can either just walk in and say, hey, I'm looking for a sign, or they can call us or email us, or
if they call you,
find us on the.
They call you where?
219 and then 308-6000 is our main line.
Okay. And if they're emailing you,
then they can do Mike@simkosigns.com would go directly to me, or I have a simkosigns@gmail.com.
Great. Okay. We're going to find you. Look out.
Yeah.
Northwest Indiana, get your signs here. All right. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay. See you next time.